A beautiful tile floor can be ruined by just one bad cut. Watch how experienced tilers handle the details most people never notice. Today, we're on a real construction site where two experienced workers are installing ceramic floor tiles and finishing the lower wall with matching tile skirting. One worker is measuring and cutting tiles to create a clean transition between the rooms and the central hallway, while the other is carefully cutting and installing the tile skirting along the wall. To be honest, this is where professional tiling starts to look very different from simply putting tiles on the floor. At first glance, laying tiles can look easy. Put down adhesive, place the tile, add spacers, and move on. But what happens when the room isn't perfectly square? What happens when the hallway meets another room? And what happens when the wall is slightly out of line? That's when experience starts to matter. Actually, I've seen plenty of jobs where the main floor looked pretty good, but the corners and transition areas gave the whole job away. One small bad cut can make an otherwise expensive floor look cheap. That's why our first worker is taking time to measure before making each cut. Measure twice, cut once. It's an old trade saying, but it still saves money. When a tile has to fit against a wall, doorway, or transition area, the measurement needs to account for the joint and the intended layout. Professional tile installation guidance recommends careful layout and an accurate measurement before cutting, rather than simply guessing the size. And here's another detail many beginners miss. Don't just assume every wall is perfectly straight. Buildings move. Walls aren't always perfectly square. Floors can have tiny variations. So an experienced tiler doesn't blindly trust the wall. He checks the actual space and transfers that measurement to the tile. Noithangnya. A few extra seconds measuring can save an entire tile. And when you're working with expensive ceramic or porcelain tiles, throwing away material because of one careless cut is painful. Now let's look at the hallway transition. This area deserves special attention because it is one of the first places people notice when walking through the house. The tile lines need to look intentional. The joints should remain consistent. The transition should feel natural rather than looking like two separate floors were installed by two different people. Then comes the tile skirting. It may seem like a small decorative detail, but tile skirting protects the lower part of the wall from everyday impacts, cleaning equipment, dirt, and moisture. Think about a broom hitting the wall every day, or a mop splashing water near the base. Without proper protection, that lower section can become dirty and damaged surprisingly quickly. That's why experienced installers don't treat skirting as an afterthought. They measure it, cut it accurately, align the joints, and make sure the pieces sit cleanly against the floor and wall. And look closely at the cutting process. The worker isn't simply cutting as fast as possible. He's checking the measurement, marking the tile, and making a controlled cut. For suitable tiles, manual cutters can be very effective for straight cuts, while more complex shapes may require specialized cutting equipment. Proper protective equipment should also be used when cutting tiles. If you've been in the trade for years, you'll understand something important. Speed isn't the same as efficiency. A fast worker who makes mistakes can actually take longer than a careful worker who gets it right the first time. I've encountered this situation before. Someone rushes through 10 cuts, then spends the next hour trying to hide the mistakes. That's not efficiency. That's paying twice for the same job. The professional approach is simple. Prepare, measure, cut accurately, install carefully, and check the result as you go. And keep the work area clean. A clean workspace isn't just about appearance. It makes it easier to see measurements, protect finished surfaces, and spot problems before they become expensive repairs. So if you're a homeowner, don't only look at the finished floor. Watch the process. Ask how the installer handles transitions. Ask how cuts are measured. Look at the skirting corners. Look at the grout lines. Because the quality of a floor isn't only in the big open areas, it's in the details. And that's what we're seeing here today. Two workers taking their time to create a floor that looks clean, balanced, and professionally finished. Actually, that's the real skill in construction, making the difficult details look easy. If you enjoy real construction videos and practical trade knowledge, leave a comment below. Which part would you find hardest? Measuring, cutting, hallway transitions, or tile skirting? And if you want to see the final result, stay with us and follow the next stage of the project.